The topic was entrepreneurship in information technology. Okay, I will cover it slightly. Then I will let you ask questions and we will go with it. Okay, information technology is a very broad field. 10 years, 15 years back, it was one of the teams and very few companies. Every company would have an IT department. Only they will have computers and they will do it. Everybody else did their own work. Okay? But IT has become pervasive. IT is everywhere. Now the terminology IT is not the right term for it. We need to have a new terminology for it. Every desk has a computer. Every person already has a mobile phone, which is a lot more powerful than what computers I think sir or I used when we were in college or we were doing other stuff, right? So your phone is as powerful as a satellite, right? As an inside satellite which is launched 8 years back, your phone is faster than, better than that, okay? The amount of megapixel it can be, it has communication capability, it can do 3G, it can do Wi-Fi, it can do Bluetooth, so it has more capability than a satellite, right? So this has come in a different way and it's changing the world in a very different way, okay? So IT, if you go into IT, you will break the problem into 3 different areas. One is service industry. Somebody needs a service, somebody can offer a service, right? I can write a custom development for something, okay, some company needs some solution built in a particular way. That's a service part. Where people evaluate how much effort is being made and you do it. You do a time and material deal, right? 12 people will work for 6 months to build a product, that's a service industry. The second part would be a product thing. You are used Word, Excel, PowerPoint or any other, these are products. Somebody already built a software and figured a way to sell to a lot of people. Most operating systems are products. Okay. And the third category of thing would be consulting. Some people have some problem, they don't know how to solve it. You approach them and say, hey, if you go in this way to solve it, it will help you save money or it will reduce your manpower requirement or this can expand your business to multiple geographies. That's consulting. Okay. Only 3 ways of putting towards this. Okay. When it's service or products or consulting. Okay. If you want to be an IT company or build an IT company, you need to understand what is your target market. Like already thinking about it. Okay. You can go for domestic, you can go for different geographies, right? You identify what technology you want to go for. It can be open source, which is becoming very popular now, or you have silos like Java or mainframe or .NET. These are also available. Okay. Larger companies also have a concept called domains. Right? Certain industry have a particular terminology. You have to understand the terminology and work with them in the same way. You can't call one of them. There's also terminology for what geographies companies target. Okay. North America, that's a pretty common thing which every company starts with. Then we call Europe, right? Then there's something called APAC, Asia Pacific. That covers Japan, Asia, Southeast Asia, most comes into it, and Australia, okay. And IMEA, okay. So it covers Middle East and Africa as well, right? And Latin America. This is the whole breakage of whole world. Okay. Any product, any large product which sells for billions of dollars is broken into 5 things. Depending on the size of the company, you may have a CEO for each division. Like TCS has CEO for North America. LATAM is a small business for them. IMEA is still a small business for them. But when they grow, they will expand those spaces. Okay. And each geography has its own challenges. Africa may not have money or they may have a lot more corruption. How do you sell to a market like that? Okay. There are cultural issues. Japanese people, they are very traditional, or European companies are very traditional. Okay. It's easy to sell to American because he is willing to try new things, he is willing to take a risk, he is more enterprising. Europeans are a lot more skeptical, they don't trust easily, it takes time. So if I have a small product, I want to make some money quickly, go to America, give them a deal and you will buy it. But if your product is bad, it will leave you as soon as that, right? But Europe takes more time. They will spend 6 months, 12 months evaluating you, or 18 months sometimes, okay? And they will give you a small deal. They will try you out. They will see, are you punctual? Did you come to the meeting properly? The time was there. You're professional. They need all that part, right? So if I dress like this, I'm very suitable for American market. I can't go to European market. So when we go to European market, we have other sort of people who are from enterprise companies. So we have people from larger companies like Accenture, IBM, Infosys, who can wear suits and they can go and talk, do that part. Right? I don't have patience for 18 months to get a deal. But I can hire a person who can take care of that part. Right? So that's what we do.